Hi everyone, welcome to my June garden tour. It's about 7:45 in the evening, so it's actually pretty cool. It's been raining all day, so it finally cleared up, and I thought I would take advantage because I'm going to be busy the next couple weeks, so I thought today would be a good day to get this in. So we're going to start over here. Over here I have my cassia tree, which blooms usually in the fall. It's really pretty, just full of yellow blooms. It's really pretty. All right, and then over here, I have my zinnias that have started to bloom and are attracting lots and lots of different butterflies. Butterflies and bees, I guess I would say. So this was supposed to be a sumerific hibiscus. It hasn't bloomed yet. It hasn't leafed out. So I think I'm going to accept that it died, and I'm probably going to end up pulling it out. And I think I'm going to replace, actually, I think I'm going to take out this dianthus also because it's not looking pretty. And I'm going to replace it with these two angelonias. And this is, let me look for the tag. This is Proven Winners Angel Face Wedgwood Blue. I think we're going to put those two here. I might need to get another one. I'm not sure. But so I haven't deadhead. You're going to see lots of weeds. This is like real life gardening because it's been raining so much and it's been so hot. So I don't really come out as much as I do when it's cooler. So right here we have Abraham Darby Rose, which I have to say, you're going to start seeing lots of black spot on my roses because I don't spray. I try not to spray at all. I try to be as organic as I can. So black spot here is kind of inevitable in the summer. Abraham Darby usually is infested with black spot. It's one of my worst ones, but I've been trying cornmeal and this one doesn't look that bad. I have two of them. The other one faces south, and I think that one's not looking that great, but we'll see. It actually just stopped raining a couple hours ago, so I haven't been out, so you can see all the black spot, and I think that might be even mosaic rose virus, which won't kill the plant. It just makes it not look very pretty. But all right, so here we have the Credible Saturn sunflowers from Proven Winners. I have to deadhead this one. My Celosia, I don't know why it's so little. It's usually huge and blooming, and it's not doing great. I bought a different variety, and maybe I should have just stuck with the one that I know does well here. All right, so these are my zinnias from Floret Flower. I don't remember which ones exactly. I want to say they're golden hour, but I might be wrong. So I'll look it up and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see. I love growing zinnias in the summer. They do so well here. Sometimes I can get some powdery mildew, but I'm going to try to spray them this year with kelp. What I do in my roses also, just see if that helps. So there's that. And then Celestial Night, doing very well. Very surprised it's doing so well with the heat that we've been having. It's funny because during this season is when you realize which roses can handle the heat and which just don't. So a lot of my roses will go semi-dormant during this season, which is okay. I'll enjoy other plants. And behind that is Snowbush. And then this is Fire Spike. So it's the same as that one over there, the purple one. That gets visited daily by hummingbirds. So this is the purple one. And the one I have over here is the red one. So it's getting ready to bloom. You can see the little spike starting to form right there. It's getting there. It's taken a little longer, but it has grown so much. So I think it was just putting on some growth before it wants to bloom, which is fine. And then over here we have Candy Crush Hibiscus. So I usually like to do my tours in the morning because the hibiscus by this time are closing up. Blooms only last one day. So by the evening they're usually closing up, falling off, and then tomorrow all of these new ones, as you can see here, will open up. I added a limelight hydrangea from Proven Winners. Also, it's technically up to a zone 9 and I'm a zone 10A. So we're going to give it a try and see what happens. I had one in a pot about 2 years ago and it did really, really well. And then it was doing so well and getting so big that I thought it would do better in the ground. I planted it and it died. So we're starting this one off in the ground and we'll see how it goes. This is some Agostaki. And then I have a celosia right here and then zinnias. So as you can see, I did not plan that well because they're extremely close to each other. So I think I'm gonna end up moving the celosia and I'm gonna put it probably like around that area in there because it looks very crowded. And in Florida, airflow is key in the summer because of all our fungal issues. So these are more, I believe they're floret flowers or floret zinnias also. Just can't remember the variety, but I'll look it up. And so over here we have some cosmos. I thought they were marigolds. Maybe they're cosmos, marigolds. I'm not sure. But they kind of look like cosmos to me. I don't remember planting them there, so I don't know if that's self-seeded. It might have. And then I have another Agostaki here. I have Nicholas Dahlia, which normally by now the dahlias are kind of, in full bloom or kind of fading out. But I planted this one a little late in the season. More zinnias in the front. And then this is Sahara Rudbeckia. Beautiful, fluffy, multi-petaled blooms. And then I have single ones over here. I love that they remind me of like fall dusty colors. So pretty. And then I have another summerific hibiscus here. This one's Valentine's Crush, and it's getting ready to put on some blooms. You can see it's full of buds. That one hopefully will bloom by tomorrow. We'll see. And then over here I have Firebush. That is Thryallis. Blooms profusely in the summer. Then I have an Heirloom Penta here. And all these three, this one, Heirloom Penta, Firebush, and Thryallis, all get visited again daily by the hummingbirds. And then we have Mexican sunflower, also known as Tithonia. Does really well here in the summer as well. It gets pretty big. And then I have a dahlia, and I labeled all my dahlias, but the sun and the rain have made all the ink disappear, so I need to find a better way of labeling things because I don't know the names of any of these. I think this one might be, no, I can't remember. I'll see if I can find the name of this one. All right, so this rose is Moonlight in Paris. Again, the tour's in the evening, so I'm doing this in the evening. So all these roses have gone through the heat and the rain of the day, so they may not look their best right now. This one is full of buds. Look at all those buds. So pretty. Okay. Let me keep on going. This rose, I have to say, I'm pretty surprised because usually this would be infested with black spot. One of my favorite roses. And the only reason why I keep it is because I absolutely love the blooms. But I have to say, every time I see it with all the black spot, ugh, it makes me just want to trash it. But this year it's been doing really, really well. And I think it's the cornmeal that I've been using that's been helping it. And again, that's Pretty Lady Rose. I don't remember if I said the name of it, but it's Pretty Lady Rose. It's from the Downton Abbey collection. This one is Bolero. This one does really well in the heat as well. Very pretty. And I have some more dahlias. And I tend to grow most of my dahlias in pots just because when the rain starts, if I need to, I can move them under my pergola just because tubers rot really easily. That way I have control over the plant. And then we have my little container over here, which consists of the salvia, and I'll put the name of it, I can never remember the name, and the Superbina pink cashmere. And there was a celosia in there. I'm telling you, this year is not like the year of celosia in my garden, and it got consumed, and it, I think, has perished. And I have the same container on this side, and then just more roses. This one is Plum Perfect. This one does really well in the heat. Really, really well. I was thinking of whether I should actually replace. I have a purple one here, so this is Plum Perfect. I have this one here, and I have another one over here. This is Love Song. This is another purple one, but it hasn't been doing so well. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but they were both planted at the same time, so I'm debating whether I should just take that one out and put another one of these there, because this one does so well. But we'll see. All right, let's go in here. So this is my crepe myrtle. It's full of buds, full of buds. So hopefully we'll see some blooms soon. If I remember correctly, they're purple, purple blooms. We'll see. My plumeria is still blooming. So fragrant and so beautiful. Oh, I love these blooms. And then in here, I have my coral honeysuckle, my sky vine, which is climbing very well actually up here. No blooms yet. Once it blooms, I will definitely show you guys because it has beautiful, like purple, bluish blooms. But let me show it to you this way. Looks better. See? So when you open the gate here, this is what you see. And then we have all the coleus on both sides. Then you have, I love this view. When you come through here, minus the mulch bags on the left, but, oh, and this is sweet drift. I'm telling you, drift roses, if you're a beginner, you want to start with those. They bloom profusely. Disease-wise, they're really good. Heat resistant. I mean, they're no fuss, a no fuss rose. So this is the other Abraham Darby that I was telling you guys about. As you can see, lots of growth. But once you get closer, lots more black spot. And I have to say the roses on this side suffer a lot because they get that late afternoon sun. It's very hot and the heat radiates from the wall, from the house. This rose this year is doing very well. This is Sweet Mademoiselle. And I think, again, see with certain roses, I think no matter what, they're just prone to black spot. But this one has been doing really well. And I think, again, it's the cornmeal. So what I do is I do a cup of cornmeal around the base of the rose. You see all the white. Around the base of the rose, I do a cup of cornmeal every month. And my potted roses, I do half a cup. And water it in immediately. This is Roald Dahl. So cute. You can still see some there from the cornmeal. I didn't water it in immediately because it was supposed to rain and it didn't. And now it's kind of hard, so I have to go and spread it out. But this one's a cute one. The blooms are really a lot smaller in the summer. So this is my James Galway. This is on the obelisk. Sounds like somebody's doing fireworks. It's so odd. Blooms, again, aren't as pretty sometimes on this side of the garden because of the intense afternoon heat. I'm surprised this dahlia is doing so well. It's doing pretty good. What is doing really well on this side and can take the heat are the pentas and the butterfly bush. Doing so well. I need to come and deadhead all this, but doing really well. Oh, Francis Malin has a bloom. A little wonky, but it's a bloom. So those two, the pentas are doing really well. Yarrow isn't doing as great. I thought this was an annual, to be honest with you, so I'm surprised it's lasted this long. Oh, there's a little bee. So another view of Plum Perfect. Some blooms are a little spent, but so many blooms. And then this one is True Inspiration. It does pretty good too. There's a lot of buds coming. Look at all those buds. Lots of buds. And then my fountain grass. Oh, love it. Look at the beautiful plumes. They're so beautiful. I love them. This one over here has been getting toppled over from the rain. I don't know why. This never happened before, so I'm not sure. Oh, I have a clematis. So every year I go, I think it's like Walmart, and I buy the clematis, like the little tubers in the bags, and I plant them all around, like climbing roses. And I just kind of leave them there and forget about them. And if they bloom, they bloom. If they don't, they don't, because, well, we're in Florida and I don't think clematis is very common here. But I love it when I get a little surprise like this. And they're blooming. They're so cute. I'll have another bud right here, right there. And they have a couple flowers in here also. So pretty. So this is the generous gardener. She doesn't do really well in the rain. Her blooms don't really last. She does tend to get black spot, but my husband absolutely loves her in the winter and spring, so she gets to stay. I just planted this one here. If you remember, if you go back to my videos, you'll see that I had a cleome here, but I really needed to plant this rose, so I just did it. She's kind of going through some shock, as you can see. Not very happy with me because I planted her in June and it's very hot and rainy and just probably wasn't the right timing, but I'm keeping an eye on her and she's doing really well. Well, not really well, but she will do well, I'm hoping. Here's another look at Bolero on the different side. Bolero does really well here. Pretty Lady Rose again. Star of the Nile. This is why I took the cleome out, because it was taking over, and my rose here, my baby rose, Star of the Nile, wasn't getting enough sun. And I love this rose, so I wanted to make sure she was doing okay. We got Coco Loco here, and I have Cathedral Bells, which is really, really tall. I don't know why it's so tall. It wants to climb. Everything wants to climb here. But let me see if I can get up there. See? Cathedral Bells. Doing pretty good. Let me back up. I planted some Angelonia here also. One there, and one over here. They do really well in the summer over here too, so kind of have to start replacing my cool season annuals. This is the Impressionist, so it's starting to climb. That will hopefully fill up my arch over here. And on this side, it will be Bathsheba. And this is Mrs. B. R. Cant. Looking really good. This rose does really well in the heat. Really well. See, I don't know if you could see it very well just because it's getting later, but that one's Bathsheba. It's faded though. Here's another dahlia. This one is in the ground. It's doing pretty good. This is a tall one, so I figured she'd do better in ground than in a pot. And we have some Gerbera daisies. They're a little spent, but they've been doing pretty good. And I have a random baby rose right here. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how it got there, but it's there. So I'm just going to let it grow and see what happens and see what it looks like. I have one Supertunia left, which is, I believe it's Vivid Orchid. I think she's tucked in here. She doesn't get direct sun all day. That's why she's still surviving. Heliotrope's doing okay. Could be doing better. Then I have my sandpaper vine, also known as Queen's Wreath, against the wall back here with her pretty purple blooms. This is like her third flush, so it's my first year seeing her bloom like this. So it's been really enjoyable. She's a little out of control right now. The bees are loving her. Oh, there's a little bee right here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's clear or not, but the bees really love it. All right, so let's look at it this way. We'll come back out. You guys, it's getting kind of dark, so I think I'm going to leave it here. Oh, let me show you this one. Look. Ball Gown Romantica. Very pretty. So over here, I'm going to take, ooh, that's not, there you go. I'm going to take, oh my goodness, I just keep on seeing more blooms. Sorry. I'm going to take this dahlia out back here. It's not doing well. It's done. That one's coming out. This is Silas Marner Rose. I'm going to put that one somewhere else because that one can deal with some more shade. So I can plant this one here because this one gets really big. So we're going to do some change-ups. Again, not ideal to do it in the summer, but as long as I keep an eye on it, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. And so we're going to end right here with my little sea of Superbena Pink Cashmere. This actually I like better than the Supertunia. I feel like they do a lot better in the heat. They bloom profusely and they last longer. sometimes I've had some for almost 2 years, so they do really well here. Then I have some coreopsis that's trying to grow amongst the superbina. They like to take over. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a great evening. Oh, I have some blooms here. I keep on getting distracted, but I hope you guys have a great evening, you guys. Okay, thank you for watching.